I am very excited for today's video because last week for Hammerman, I ended up trying something new, an experiment with 5 level 3 damage amplifiers, complements of the defensive engraving tinkering, which does allow me to have an extra defensive prototype slot, allows me to have 5 prototypes. And I decided to use 5 level 3 damage amplifiers against Hammerman, and we just absolutely wrecked him, melted him, crushed him, steamrolled him, however you want to put it. And then that kind of got me thinking. So I put a poll up on my channel about 3 days ago. By the way, Skull Army Boom community, if you like polls, make sure you do subscribe to my channel because I do put one up on my community tab at least every 2 to 3 days. You know what they say, a poll every other day keeps the doctor away. But apparently, this is something that over 600 of you would like to see as well, because on the poll, which I did ask you, Skull Army, what you would like to see next, what prototype you would like to see times 5 versus Hammerman on the next one, and we did have the Doom Cannon, Shock Blaster, Hot Pot, and Laser Beam, of course, all level 3. And out of 1.2k votes, so 1,200 of you participated in this poll, and Shock Blaster absolutely destroyed everything else with 52% of the vote, which means over 600 of you want to see this, are asking for this. You have asked, and we shall deliver. I'm very excited to see what's going to be happening today versus a Hammerman with 5 level 3 Shock Blasters. Let's do this. Good morning, good afternoon, and yes, good evening, Skull Army and friends. It's your boy, your friendly neighborhood SkullCrusher, coming right back at you with another Boom Beach video. And in today's video, Boom Beach has never been this savage. Shock Blaster level 3 times 5, episode 2, whatever you want to call it, Palooza, baby. But here we have, guys, we've got our 5 shot. I mean, for now, I'm going to start off with all 5 of them just kind of clustered up. If Hammerman decides to get sneaky on me and start just like shocking my Shock Blasters with 1 or 2 shocks, rendering them useless, then we'll spread them out a little bit. But I want to concentrate that damage right in the middle there. And then, of course, my first probably favorite building in Boom Beach right now, second would be the Proto Troop Workshop, which we will have a video coming out on that tomorrow with regards to the Proto Troops available for this week. But there is my engraver. We do have the defensive engraving tinkering boosted. I mean, again, for defensive engravings right now for me, tinkering. I know Mind Fog is also a great one. Disruption is great. You know, right now for me personally, defensive engraving, tinkering would be my favorite. Offensive engraving, armor would be my favorite right now. So, I mean, we're slowly upgrading that tinkering engraving as well, which right now, level 1, 307 out of 470. You gain an additional prototype defense slot, and gunbow damage taken by prototypes is reduced by 51%. So not only do we gain that extra prototype, but damage taken is reduced pretty much by half, by 51% here. So this is the layout that we're going to be rocking right now. I mean, it's my standard layout. I used to switch my layout for Hammerman, but I don't do it anymore. Hammerman starting threat will be 19. We should be able to finish off threat level 25. Before we do start this madness here, Skull Army, Boom community, please do not forget to leave a like on today's video. It does mean the absolute world to me, does help the channel grow, and yes, of course, it does appease our YouTube algorithm overlords. Let us begin. Here's threat level 19, aka Fleet 1. And times 2 is how we're going to be doing it here. And that's a beautiful combination right there. Shock Blaster, rocket launcher support there. I do miss my damage amplified rocket launchers. We've got Wave 2 from Fleet number 1 here. And once again, barely getting off the beach. I think my baby mortar even getting a little bit of action there. We've got Wave number 3 from Fleet 1. Pretty warm where I am right now, Skull Army. Make sure you are staying hydrated. Beautiful. They actually took out a couple defenses on the right side there. But overall, threat 19 in the bag. Let us move forward now to threat level 20, or Hammerman Fleet 2 now. Alrighty, so we got some mechs, tanks, and bombas right up the middle there. And there's that shock I was worried about. I was like, we're going to get something right on the shock blasters there. But, I mean, I love this right now because we're pretty much rendering that first wave useless on the beach there. That shock blaster support, remember, guys, not only is it dealing some pretty good damage, but it is also stunning the troops as well. So we've taken care of that last tank from the first wave. Second wave is done. Third wave is the warriors. Couple Grens in the back there. But honestly, yeah, shock blasters are like, come forward, because we're going to stop you. All right, that was pretty good right there. Pretty easy, I must say. I know this will get more difficult as we do increase the threat level. I think somebody commented on last week's video, you know, doing this on threat level 50 for Hammerman would be pretty cool. So now, Hammerman, once again, he loves his probing. You know, you do you, buddy. You do you. So Hammerman Fleet 3 now, our threat level 21. And looks like we're starting things off with Fleet 3, Wave 1. We've got mechs and grens on that right side. They're actually doing some pretty good damage as well, but the shock launchers and shock blasters are doing a good job there. I'm expecting these boom cannons to start coming in clutch now, and that's exactly what I want to see there. So we've got a lot of heavily armored units on this wave right now. Again, you know, we're doing a good job. They're actually, wave number 3 is already pushing its way towards the shock blasters here. But this is why I've got these boom cannons kind of pushed off to the side here on the right there to, you know, I want them kind of flanking those defenses. I got that one Gren just outside of range. They've actually taken out one of my shock blasters, but I got a Gren that's just come out from a bunker that is throwing back. I love that. I love seeing my troops fight back there. So that was one of my Grens actually defending the layout, of course, as the, as the bunker goes down. So that was Hammerman Fleet 3. Also threat level 21, so we're going to make our way now over to Fleet 4, threat level 23, and we've got 9 level 21 tanks, 40 level 24 warriors, 60 level 25 Zookas, and 330 level 26 riflemen. Let's go. I think I might have to start spreading out the shock blasters for the later stages here, but nonetheless, we've got warriors and Zookas on Fleet 4, wave number 1 on that right side. Wave number 2 from Fleet 4 is also coming out on that right side. Shock launchers, rocket launchers, beautiful shock blasters, all working in unison here. So now we've got that third wave from Fleet number 4 here. We've still got those tanks, those armored units slowly pushing forward here. Now we've got those boom cannons starting to kind of do their thing, and that's exactly why I keep them there. You know, it's just nice to have the boom cannons kind of on the corner there. They got that good range. You know, they can pick off armored units if they kind of drift into that boom cannon range, and that's what we're hoping for. So pretty easy there on Fleet number 4. So Hammerman, I could swear your base was right here. Show your face and I'll smash it once again. Them fighting words, buddy. So we'll make our way over to Fleet number 5 now. Threat level 23. This one has 12 level 8 Bombas, 28 level 13 Cryoneers, and holy smokes, 450. I repeat, 450 level 27 Johnsons. Skella Johnsons. So we're going to have a lot of riflemen on this one. This is going to be a lot of single units here. And check this out here. We do have a shock. Hammerman did fire a shock on my shock blasters and rocket launcher, but they're doing a great job keeping that first wave on the beach, second wave coming out on that right side there. I mean, Hammerman's pushing forward. The troops are getting stronger, but this is the whole point. You know, you want to concentrate your defenses to kind of pound on as much damage, as much concentrated damage as possible. And this is beautiful here with the shock blasters and the rocket launchers just working together. That's a boom goes the dynamite there. That was Fleet number 5. Very good, guys, which means now we're making our way to Fleet number 6, which should also be threat level 24. No armored units on this one here. We do have 28 level 14 Cryos, 18 level 19 Medics, 120 level 27 Zookas, and 279 level 28 Riflemen. This should be interesting. This one should be really easy because there's no armored units. So unless you look at that, barely, that one already did no damage. That's that tinkering making the damage reduction on my prototypes by over 50%, 51% actually. So beautiful, absolutely beautiful here. And check this out here. We've got the flamethrowers, mortars, critter launchers, cannons, machine guns all working together on that front line. We've got the back line with, oh, look at that. 2 of the 4 rocket launchers are already out here. I just realized we were going at ×1 speed. But the shock has now expired on the shock blasters, and it's nice having the shock launchers actually trap so many of the single units there on the beach, allowing the rocket launchers, allowing the shock blasters to do their thing. And yeah, this was actually pretty easy here. Again, 2 out of the 4 of my rocket launchers were taken out, but all 5 shock blasters holding down the fort. That's a boom. Goes the dynamite. Stacking up those evil coins as well, which is a very valuable resource that we need now. So now we're making our way to the final fleet of Mr. Hammerman here. So are you ready to get steamrolled? Let's turn it around. Correction, you, Senior Hammerman, will be getting steamrolled here. So let's take a look at fleet number 7 here. So this one's going to be pretty exciting. We've got armored units here. So fleet number 7, or we'll be finishing off at threat level 25 here. We've got 40 level 15 laser rangers, 40 level 18 Grens, 18 level 19 medics, 9 level 23 tanks, 40 level 26 warriors, and 93 level 28 Johnsons. This one should be pretty exciting. And here we go, critters on my shock blasters there. But look at that, Gren's getting absolutely stalled on the beach there, and rocket launchers making quick work of them. So the shock launcher did a great job stalling them on the beach there. We've got the second wave from fleet number 7 here, and shock blasters just taking care of business and working overtime. You know what? I'm a big fan of the 5 shock blasters right now. Once again, I know once we start increasing the threat level from Hammerman, this will absolutely change things up here. This might be the final wave from fleet number 7 here. Some of those armored units, they're actually making their way to the shock blasters on this final wave from fleet number 7. But way too much mustard in the bottle for Hammerman to handle. And that's a successful takedown for Hammerman Fleet 7. Boom Beach has never been this savage. A successful episode 2 with the 5 shock blasters. Skull Army, boom community, let me know in the comments what prototype you would like to see next week for Boom Beach has never been this savage. I hope you all have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, whatever. We'll catch you all on the next one. It's time to make like a Tom and cruise. Peace!